Hey everyone, this is David Brown with the migration update for May 21st, 2025 from the Derby Hill Hawkwatch. Today there were moderate southeasterly winds, so a nice change from all of those northerly winds we've been having, although it was quite cool again today, even with the southerly component to the winds. It was overcast the entire day with rain moving in and ending the count early. Cedar waxwings are a late season migrant that we saw in good numbers today, with a few hundred total migrating in small flocks like this. This is a really good time of the season to look for migrating shorebirds. In fact, on the nocturnal flight call microphone last night, it picked up dunlin, short-billed dowitcher, and even semi-palmated plover. And I know there are a lot of whimbrel being reported recently, so that's one we're definitely keeping an eye out for. But the only shorebird we saw in flight today was our old friend, the killdeer, who we've been seeing since March. As the red-winged blackbirds are starting to nest, they're becoming quite territorial and chasing off every raptor that they can. Here we have one going after a northern harrier. Despite the gloomy conditions, the southeasterly winds today were enough to get some raptors moving and keep them low and close. Here we have a juvenile broad-winged hawk, and notice the molt on this broadwing. We're seeing this on pretty much all the juvenile broadwings this time of year, where they're replacing the inner primary feathers, and on some of them you also see a gap in the tail. Here we have a small raptor with rounded wingtips and a long tail. This is an accipiter, and we see kind of smudgy brown streaking to the breast. This is a juvenile sharp-shinned hawk. Here we have a large lanky raptor with a black and white plumage and a black line that goes to a large yellow eyeball. This is an osprey. Here we have another osprey, and notice that this one has a very dark necklace to it, which is usually a sign of a female. Now let me flip back to the other one. You can see this one has pretty much no necklace at all. So that's one plumage variation you can look at on ospreys. Here we have a buteo where we see a distinct belly band and dark patagial bars. This is a red-tailed hawk, and no dark trilling edge to the wings and no red tail yet because this is a juvenile. Here we have a large dark raptor. We see a large head and bill, and we see a lot of white to the underside, especially here in the wing pit area. This is an immature bald eagle. Here we have a buteo where we see relatively pointed wings because the wingtips are made up of 4 feathers. 1, 2, 3, 4. We see kind of a curved leading edge to the wings, but a very straight trailing edge. We notice that it has a dark trailing edge to the wings, and we see a dark tail with a wide white band and horizontal brown barring to the underside. This is an adult broad-winged hawk. Today we had a total of 82 species. Taking a look at the hawk count report for our migrating raptor totals, today we had 17 turkey vultures, 6 ospreys, 13 bald eagles. We had 4 northern harriers and 4 sharp-shinned hawks. We had 49 broad-winged hawks and 1 red-tailed hawk for a total of 94 migrating raptors. That brings the May total to 9,743 and the season total to 88,001. Taking a look at the forecast for tomorrow, they're calling for rain early and then cloudy with showers for the afternoon with the high around 50. Winds east-southeast, relatively strong at 15 to 25 miles per hour. So it's not really a terrible wind direction, but it's going to be overly strong. And I think with those rainy conditions and being this late in the season, I'd only expect light migration. For Friday, they're calling for cloudy skies with periods of light rain late with a high around 50 and light southwesterly winds. I'd expect light migration. And for Saturday, they're calling for cloudy skies with showers and a high around 50 again. Winds west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour, so expect light migration once again. All right, so finally a somewhat decent day at the Hawkwatch. At least we had some migration. We got to be at the North Lookout, and those southeasterly winds kept the hawks nice and low. So we had some nice looks today. So it actually felt like a day of real hawk watching. But coming up the next few days, it's looking like it's going to be pretty slow for the hawks. But like I said, this time of year, there should be a lot of shorebirds migrating. And with the rain in the forecast, that can put them down. So maybe not a great day to visit the Hawkwatch necessarily, but it's a good day to be out looking for shorebirds. And if we're out here at the Hawkwatch, we'll certainly be looking up, trying to spot some shorebirds flying over or flying by out on the lake. So don't give up just because of a little bit of rain. There can still be great birding as we're heading into the end of May. So hope to see you soon out at Derby Hill. From Lyco Birds, this is David Brown. Thanks for watching.